When you eventually become pregnant again, it can be really common to have a lot of big fears and anxieties come up. Because before any of us have a miscarriage, many of us have the illusion that, like, yeah, I know it's common, but that won't happen to me. At least I know that's a thought that I had before I had a miscarriage. Like, that happens to other people, not me. But once we have a miscarriage, that bubble is burst and we realize that, okay, no, I am capable of developing complications that lead to a loss, and that can be really, really scary. So know that if those big intense emotions are triggered when you become pregnant again, that is normal. There's nothing wrong with you, but there are ways to ease the intensity of that fear, of that anxiety, so you can hopefully enjoy the pregnancy as much as possible. And this is coming from experience. About 7 months after I had my miscarriage, I got pregnant again, and I did not enjoy the first trimester. I felt really sick, but I was also terrified. I had a lot of anxiety every time I'd go to the bathroom because I was sure that every time I went to the bathroom, I was just waiting to see blood. Any little cramps I had, anything. It's like I was constantly looking for signs that I was going to miscarry again. And it wasn't until after the 10-week test that I got to where they look at the risk of Downs, of other chromosomal abnormalities, when they let me know the sex. It was really not until then, and then the ultrasound right after that, where I could actually see the baby moving around, where I finally felt a little bit more secure. So these are these tools that I'm going to go over. There's some things that I did to help myself lessen some of that anxiety, and there are tools that I use for, or I encourage the women that I support to use, and a lot of them are really helpful. One thing I want to mention too, before I get into these specific ideas, is to please hold in your mind that it is very rare to have a second miscarriage. Of course, they do happen. It's not impossible, but it's rare. Only about 1% of women will go on to have another miscarriage. So know that the chances of your next pregnancy being healthy are really high. Okay, so now what to do about those fears and anxieties. So first, I recommend listening to the fear release meditation that I have in the section below this video. It can really help you pinpoint your specific fears, figure out like, what exactly am I afraid of, and then help you navigate the process of beginning to release those fears. You can also do what I call the healthy baby meditation, and this is like every morning, every evening. You just sit in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and you just envision this like loving, protective light filling your uterus, surrounding your baby with this like loving, protective energy. You can also do what I call the 90-second emotional release. So researchers have found that it takes any emotion 90 seconds to pass through us if we do not suppress it. So if you have a big, intense feeling come up, instead of trying to fight it and say, no, I can't feel this. No. Set a timer for 90 seconds. Let yourself feel it. Say, okay, I'm going to sit in this anxiety for 90 seconds. And it's really fascinating because a lot of times when that timer goes off, the intensity of that emotion is lessened. So that can be a technique to try if emotions really start overwhelming you. Just like let it pass through for 90 seconds. I also recommend repeating positive affirmations. For example, myself and my baby are full of health and love. You can say, I am safe, my baby is safe. I am safe, my baby is safe. Or anything else that you find comforting, because regularly repeating these positive messages can help to drown out those fearful messages. So when your mind starts going into those scary places, just keep repeating, I am safe, my baby is safe. Do that meditation where you just envision your uterus surrounded by loving light. You can also do free flow journaling every day. So you just get out a journal, get out a couple of pieces of paper, set a timer for like 15, 20 minutes, and then just start writing. Don't censor yourself. Don't think, just do like a brain dump. Just fill 3 pages. This allows you to get out any and all of those like stagnant, scary thoughts that are moving through your mind. Because a lot of times we try to ignore them. Like, I don't want to acknowledge those thoughts, but they're like there and they're draining our energy. So when we do this journaling, we like get them out. We acknowledge, all right, this is what I'm afraid of. This is what I'm thinking. Let's just dump it all onto the page. And this helps to create more space in your mind for hopeful, loving thoughts. The last thing that I recommend is talking to other women that have had their rainbow baby. And a rainbow baby is a baby that is born after the mother has a loss. So right now, for example, I'm pregnant with my rainbow baby. And hearing from women who went through a loss and then had a healthy baby afterwards can be a really affirming experience. You know, these stories can help you remember that it is absolutely possible to have a healthy pregnancy after a loss. And these women can also share, you know, additional ideas for how they navigated, you know, fear and anxiety during their pregnancy. So know that your entire rainbow baby pregnancy does not have to be filled with fear and anxiety. There are ways to lessen it and enjoy this beautiful experience.